got disbarred in Chicago. It's not your fault. Apparently buying jacuzzis for judges is not allowed anymore, and you're supposed to attend the law school?
I bet you had to buy a lot of jacuzzis to keep Jay Leslie Arlington out of jail.
I'm going to take the fifth on that one. That phrase, ever wonder about it? Where it comes from? Oh my God. The fifth of what?
Amendment, I believe, the Fifth Amendment.
I don't think I know her.
The right to remain silent. As a lawyer, shouldn't you know that?
Well, I guess on the flip side, as a detective, shouldn't you have figured out which one of us is the big murderer by now?
Listen to a detective. I think you're doing a great job.
I know I'm doing a great job. As long as this snake oil salesman would stop talking and give me his alibi.
Now, detective, I'm a reasonable person, and you're a reasonable person.
I'm reasonable too.
You're reasonable. We're all reasonable, and as a couple of reasonable people, I think we can all come to a reasonable agreement.
And what are we agreeing about so reasonably?
The amount of money that can make this all go away.
The only thing I'll accept is your alibi.
Really, you won't accept money like traveler's checks? I mean, I know a guy who gets really good tickets to hockey games.
I didn't become detective Casey Neptune to put a price on justice.
That's okay. We all make mistakes, but I mean, do you have like a Swiss bank account you like to use?
You must have really something to hide, Sparky.
Well, it's just not a story that looks fantastic based on what is really circumstantial.
Start talking, Sparky.
All right, but keep in mind, as a jury, you've got to be impartial. What is it you do there, Sam?
Well, there are a lot of papers.
We control information. In order to control information, we have to know information. I asked you to remember one piece of information. What would that be?
Information.
Almond milk. Almond milk, Sam. It's the same order every day. There's no day when I'm not lactose intolerant, and there's no day when I'm tolerant of lactose.
Well, usually I don't remember things like that.
You're going to start.
Oh, well, usually I don't have to because
I don't need to know who you are. You need to know who I am. And I am J. Leslie Arlington's strong right hand. I'm going to be the heir to his power. Now, I've got a lot of messes to clean up today, and I need my coffee.
my hands up for the people in the foyer too.
They're already here. Go. Yes. And coffee for Pete's sake. My friends, what a delight, what a treat, what a dream to have the two of you here today. Sparky Randall, at your service.
You're a friend of mine, and that hand is bloody.
And how do you figure that?
The blood of badgers is on your hands.
Okay.
I'm the Gilly of the Free Badger Coalition, and you, friend, and this whole evil company are murderers of badgers.
I, however, will shake your hand because I'm the one who actually has an appointment here today. I believe in reaching out to people and reaching across the aisle. I'm also running for governor.
So you're not with her?
No, this very passionate young person seems to have joined my meeting on her own accord. I'm Jogan Jones, a badger.
Badger, just the one?
It stands for Big American Dreams Garner Eventual Resolution.
You twisted your acting, sitting in your ivory tower when the world's on fire and the badgers are being poisoned.
I was working my way up to that.
Well, I'm afraid this must be a big misunderstanding, as of course, Arca would never poison badgers.
That's where I may need to gently push back, as recent survey yields over 260 badgers all around the lake.
Sounds like teenagers or something.
Perhaps, but then of course we have the 17 badgers in deep comas, 8 with deep-seated psychological problems, and 5 different badgers with an extra eye. Now, I'm a simple citizen. I may not be a scientist, but I know how many eyes a badger is supposed to have.
Fewer than 3. Some may have 1, but they should definitely have fewer than 3.
Actually, I think consulted all agree. It's gotta be a chemical being dumped into the lake. A lot of it.
Let's just say, in theory, this were the case. I'm not saying that it is, But if it were, you wouldn't be able to prove that it was our cup.
Well, you do have your headquarters right here.
Circumstantial.
How about a recording of you guys actually doing it? That's right, Captain Atkins. I can have folders too. That right there is a photo I took from the bushes on March 16th. If the truck says Arthur next to it, see the guys in the mysterious jackets?
That could be there for any reason. Perhaps they were just making sure there were enough keys.
And here's the recording I made from the bushes.
Man, wouldn't this look so bad if somebody saw us? I mean, it's literally toxic waste. I don't want these containers in my car, Craig. Just throw them out into the bushes. Did that bush just say, ow? This poison is making me hallucinate. Let's get out of here.
The evidence landed right in my lap. Well, it hit my head, then my lap afterwards.
So, I see how this might look a little incriminating out of context.
Yo, here's this coffee you ordered. I mean, it's kind of cold now, though.
Not now, Stan. For Pete's sake, I'm dealing with a situation here. A situation with these confused but lovely people, which I'm sure we can deal with in just a moment. Why don't I take this and have someone look into it? Meanwhile, Sam, why don't you get some orders from our guests?
I don't want your blood coffee.
We don't have any blood coffee, just regular.
In that case, I'll take some with milk.
GOT?
Well, yeah, but it's in the storage closet that's kind of far away, and I really don't want to walk all the way over.
Oh, then I guess I'll have coffee too. With milk, to support the dairy farmers of this great nation.
Hey,
Let's go, Sam.
You know, I don't normally condone a personal spoilage, but this is a very strong case.
Thanks, Go. I normally say there reports are a bunch of pointless legalese, but these are useful promises.
Why, I appreciate your gumption. You know, back when I was a young rapscallion, I'd hide in the bushes too.
Listen to me, Sam.
oh, I don't want to.
This little problem is going to be swept under the rug with one tiny flick of my broom. We'll poison the hippie with the badger poison into a coma, and then we'll frame the West Wing wannabe for the crime. This story is going to utterly eclipse the story of the badger poison we dumped into the lake. I will prove my loyalty to J. Leslie Arlington and rise to power as I always dreamed.
Sorry, I stopped listening like halfway through. Can you start over?
My mastermind monologues are completely wasted on you. Here, take this marker and mark these cups to make sure there is zero possibility of screw-ups. This cup is a cup with regular milk. This cup is a cup with almond milk. And this cup is a cup with the badger poison. What are you doing?
Drawing a little badger on it.
You can't mark the one with the badger poison, they all have to look the same.
Chill out, I can just draw two badgers.
That's gonna look weird.
Fine, all the cups will have badgers on it.
Is that what you think a badger looks like?
And before we knew it, all of us eating quesadillas with Kurt Cobain.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
I suppose my youth was a bit watered. Why do you think about Sparky Randall and his little underlings?
They're probably planning how to assassinate us.
Well, now, my young friend, let us not villainize those who we hope to reach an understanding with.
Yeah, but I think it's fun enough for you doing this.
I think you've got to consider what Ronald Reagan once said.
I absolutely do not.
Thank you so much for your incredible patience. It is such a pleasure to be working with such dedicated individuals. And here's our Sam with that coffee we all love so much. I'm such a bear in the morning until I've had my coffee. Love that chocolate.
Why are you being so weird?
Whatever do you mean? Here we are, one for you, one for you, and one for me.
Did you draw little raccoons on these?
Oh, they're badgers and they're exquisite.
Vicky, don't be rude.
Why did you draw badges on these? Are you trying to poison us? I noticed that no one is saying no.
Surely it is a little aggressive to assume that Randall here isn't acting in good faith.
They left with these cups and came back with a cup of poison, and now everybody's laughing maniacally? Is nobody seeing this?
Mickey, accusing somebody of poisoning you can really damage your new friendship with a potential donor or political ally.
Yeah? Well, I'm not gonna plug myself in a coma. Sorry.
Oh, shoot. Hold on 1 second.
Sam?
Sorry, I forgot about the, something. Sorry.
Forgot about what?
Yes, Sam. Forgot about what?
Can everybody just get off my back?
No! Especially not in this instance where we want to make sure that everyone got what they ordered.
That one has a better badge on it.
I'm not drinking this.
No. See, all the cups have badges on them. Untouched because we care.
Everyone is acting in good faith, Mickey. If it makes you feel better, why don't you switch with me?
No. How about we all just calm down and drink our lovely beverages?
How about you drink yours first?
Sam, are you quite certain that everyone has the correct cup?
Totally.
Is that a yes?
Yup, Marina.
Come on, Sam, I need you to say yes before I do this.
Fine. Yes or whatever. Jeez, micromanage much?
I need some confirmation here.
These absolutes, yes, no, what do they even really mean?
They mean I need you to do something for once and tell me, are you absolutely certain that this is the correct cup of coffee?
I am absolutely certain.
To the health and safety of badgers everywhere, however many eyes they may or may not have.
Aww, that's lovely. See, Mickey, trust. That's the beginning of a conversation.
Yeah, but I guess it's gonna be a weird one though.
Sam, what have you done?
You're the one that wanted me to do something, Sparky.
It's
Yes, me. I am absolutely certain that this...
it's regular milk, isn't it?
I wanted to say it!
Go ahead.
Certain that this is regular milk. And for those of you who don't know, Sparky Randall is in fact lactose intolerant.
But why?
I insulted him constantly, that's probably why.
No, Sparky, it goes deeper, darker, more insidious. Everybody insults me, I'm useless. But you made me do things.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but what kind of things?
Terrible things. When the doorbell rang, who had to answer the door? I did. When the meetings ran out of clicky pens, who had to go get more? Me. And I forgive me. I staple things. And my uncle isn't even important. Like nepotism isn't even real.
Ew. Gross.
Nepotism is when you get things because of who you're related to.
But Sam, I had to have you do things. I had to prove my worth to J. Leslie Arlington and rise to ultimate power. I was even willing to poison them for it.
Wait, what?
I hate to say I told you so, but I pretty much called it.
Never again will I not watch YouTube videos under your tyranny. Your tummy will be a nightmare and your little birdies will fly away unpoisoned. And my uncle, he's gonna be important forever.
Monster.
Wait, you were really gonna poison us?
Well, poison got me into this meeting. I figured poison could get me out.
I'm so sorry, Mickey. I never thought they would resort to poison.
Well, listen, I've got a very urgent meeting to get to now. Also,
Just a second, my friend.
Joking?
I think it's about time that we come to a productive compromise, don't you?
quit joking around. This is a real situation.
Oh, you can go. As long as you promise to never poison the badgers of the lake again.
Or else, I will reveal this meeting I'm making right now and make it public that you're trying to poison us.
Fine. Let's just chalk this up as a loss. I gotta get out of here.
Hey, alright! We're over the Badgers. Plus, look who got off their high horse.
Honestly, I think I was getting a little overly focused on my career before you reminded me of why I got into politics in the first place. I want to get in the bushes and clean things up around here.
Yeah, you're gonna get out the bushes and run for something.
How about you join me in my office tomorrow? I think you and I could do great things together.
Please don't talk like that in front of me. I find it really offensive.
What's offensive?
Doing things.
the big exam. There'll be emails.
No!
I will schedule meetings every week.
You wouldn't.
Oh yes, Lord help me, I will fax you. I will send you a fax. No!
Goodbye, Sam. For now.
I hate doing things.
You know, yesterday I was down my way. There did seem something a little off about those badges.
Yeah, don't you feel bad for them? They got a generous settlement.
How ironic. In attempting to bring down your enemies, you were brought low by your own lactose intolerance.
Yeah, definitely. So, probably been punished enough, right?
I wouldn't go that far. But the fact remains that you couldn't have killed J. Leslie Arlington.
Couldn't stress.
I do think the Bar Association would love to hear from you, though.
Way ahead of you. Already disbarred.
Did you get another license in Alabama?
Sure, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't count if you use a different name.
How about this, Sparky? I won't tip them off if you tell me about any interaction you had with Arlington leading up to the murder.
Okay, so I've been working with old J. Leslie for a couple of years now. Most of the lawyers he hires, open up the closet door, take one look at the skeletons inside, and head for the hills. I'm a little more
Criminal?
understanding. That being said, the less I know about the really evil stuff, the less likely that I have to flee the country. So I generally tried to leave when he just started talking sinister plans. But anyways, one day, old J. Leslie comes up to me and he says, "Sparky, how do you feel about crimes?" And I said, "Mr. Arlington, that's the type of thing you really can't say to me without getting me implicated." But he said, no. Sorry, see, Sparky, I feel like you're part of the family. I thought that was really nice, and I asked if he wanted a hug. But he said, no, I'm talking about a crime family. I'm thinking of starting a crime family, and you would be really useful. I just ran away with my fingers in my ears, yelling, la la la, I can't hear you. He laughed like a hyena and said, you'll see.
Not the most subtle guy, was he?
Effective, though. You guys want me to look into anything else? You want me to check about those hockey tickets?
No, thank you. Stay close, Sparky.
Master chef of the Arlington estate and maker of the finest meal I've ever.
I told you, Warwick, you can cut up hot dogs and put them in your mac and cheese yourself. It is incredibly easy.
It tastes better when you make it.
Ah, Warwick, you simple soul.
Well, can you give me a simple answer for where you were earlier today?
I was out
Out?
and about. Oh, really? As in, where were you? Oh, out and about.
You seem a little jumpy, Frank.
Me? Jumpy? No. I'm as cool as a cucumber. A cucumber soaked in brine and served with a sandwich.
Isn't that a pickle?
I am a chef's detective. I know what a pickle is. But have we considered what a pickle isn't?
You're stalling, Frank.
You know who loves stalls? Horses. They also love carrots. So I made some of the polo ponies a carrot reduction with a lightning garnish for lunch yesterday.
There's a lot bubbling on your lid, Frank. But I'm wondering what was on the menu earlier today. I was thinking more of honey-glazed murder.
Enough! It was not murder, but it wasn't exactly kosher either. crust, triangles only. Never mind that. Is this the case?
Yes, of course it is. Calm down. Why are you speaking in a German accent?
It's not German. It's French.
It sounds German, Frank.
It's French. They call it Franc. I'm in disguise. They must not figure out who we are. I recommend we take similar precautions.
Not much of a disguise for dressed as chefs.
You are dressed as a chef. I am dressed as a French chef.
It's what you wear every day.
But it's French!
I'm not doing an accent.
Ugh. Is it in here?
I don't understand why you want it in your face.
Because who said to?
When are we meeting him?
Any minute.
I told you it's fine. The gemstones are in the mouth, just like you instructed.
I need to see her.
Her?
Say magnifique.
Stop that.
We're going to be very rich soon.
Keep it up and we'll be very arrested. I still don't understand why we bring a fish down here to the docks.
It's called an alibi to avoid suspicion. If you were searched by Arlington's guards, we buy fish down here at the market all the time. And they're too dumb to search a fish.
I get that part, but why would anyone with half a brain not be confused why we're taking a fish out of the kitchen and back to the market? We don't sell fish, we buy fish.
Very simple. It's an extra fish. Arlington, over order. We don't need it, we're bringing it back.
Frank, please don't screw this up. I'm not like you. This con job is it for me, and then I'm out. I'm going to my share of money, I'm going to open my own restaurant, and forget like any of this ever happened.
I was like you, overcautious, overreacting, underdressed. Believe it or not, I was once one of Arlington's most loyal servants. Until one day, I saw him spit out a piece of my filet mignon into a $100 bill. And I said to myself, that filet was cooked to perfection. And also, who uses a $100 bill as a napkin? The answer, a man without taste. This is not someone who deserves loyalty, or respect, or fish. From then on, I've been looking out for me. So you say you're not a thief? I say not yet. You and me were one and the same. We were born for this. Viva la revolution!
Please calm down.
I'm as calm as can be.
You afraid, little boy?
Franc de bois.
What? It's French.
I'm French.
Why?
Why am I French? Because
Because he was born that way.
that is it, precisely.
You didn't sound French on the phone.
No, well, you sounded like a man. Besides, I was sick that day. I had the flu, the French flu. Anyway, I'm wrong, and this is true, and everything is going as planned.
Except those aren't our real names.
They're not? No, I mean, of course not. It'd be foolish to use our real names. We're not idiots, just like your real name is not Lou.
No, it is.
Oh, well, that's fine. You came dressed in disguise, so it's the same idea.
Disguise?
Or in a pirate disguise.
Pirate disguise?
I think he just means the hook, the eye patch, the fluffy shirt, the vest, pants, everything. You're just missing a parrot.
I lost my hand and my eye in a boating accident. It would have been a terrible day if I hadn't saved that silk.
How brave.
You don't like my shirt?
No, we do. Silk is silky. I'm sure.
No.
You have the fish.
You have the money?
Actually, I still don't understand why you want it to fish.
You ask too many questions, Sue. If that even is your real name.
It's not.
I don't even care about them. You got the gemstones?
The exact ones. They're in the fish. It's always put them out. Through the kitchen, in the fish.
It's actually really clever if you don't think about it.
I'm trying not to. That's my cue.
Let's just make the exchange.
Sounds good to me. most suspicious people I've ever met in my life. And your French accent sounds German.
Well, at least we're not dressed as pirates.
I don't care what you think about my shirt. Next Hornblast, I will be on that ship and we will never see each other ever again. Give the case.
She should give me the case.
But at the same time,
That's unnecessary.
Just give it to me.
I don't know where.
paint her look.
Is that insulting?
Just do it!
Have a nice life, yo weirdos.
What an odd person.
Can you stop doing the accent now?
Yeah, I guess.
Frank,
Yeah?
we did it. We're rich.
Guys, we pulled off, didn't we?
I'm gonna quit. Can I quit?
Both quit.
Fine, can I quit?
You should probably leave town.
No.
So long, Lou, and good riddance.
Finally, I can open up my own restaurant. I don't have to work for a bumbling moron ever again.
What do you mean?
I want to count the money. Can I count the money?
You can bathe in the money.
Is there that much?
See for yourself.
Frank.
Is it a beautiful sight?
Not exactly.
It's a fish.
It's a fish.
She gave us the wrong case.
No, she didn't. This isn't the same fish.
Let me see that. There's no gemstones in here. This isn't the same fish. This is a haddock. She gave me a different case with a case with a different fish instead of money. That's the oldest trick in the book. We've been swindled.
I believe you successfully summarized the events. Why didn't you check the case before she left?
Why did you?
Should never have trusted a pirate.
Good rule of thumb. I can't believe it. It was the perfect plan too.
Yeah, right up until the very end. How did she know to bring a fish? How did she know we weren't going to check the briefcase?
Don't overthink it. C'est la vie. Was my accent believable?
Definitely very French.
Thank you.
Chef, do you think I could have my job back?
Get the haddock. At least we know it's for dinner.
So your alibi is a botched jewel theft?
I would argue it was a successful jewel theft, perhaps an unsuccessful jewel sale, but the theft went very well. So you see, I couldn't have committed murder.
Because you're busy selling diamonds? That's some alibi.
In a way, didn't I kind of not steal the diamond? Since the tables were turned and I didn't make any money.
That's not how any of this works at all.
No, I'm pretty sure it is. If you steal something and then don't make any money, that's double indemnity.
That's not what that
What does it matter, Tom? Frankly, I'm very disappointed that we would pull off a jewel heist and not even invite me.
is. Warwick, this guy's in serious trouble and it didn't even work.
I'd just like to be included.
I'm sorry, Warwick. It's just, you are so good at karaoke. You have a bright future. You have people's respect. I thought you didn't need it.
I suppose that's understandable. You conducted yourself in a manner unworthy of your magnitude. But I accept your apology.
Still friends?
Of course, magnificent. Do you need a character witness for your trial?
If they can't have a trial, it's double indemnity.
No, it isn't. But maybe I can keep this under wraps if you let me know if you had any strained interaction with Arlington leading up to his murder.
Well, I did have a strange conversation with him one night when he came down to the kitchen for a midnight snack. I was still there getting breakfast ready for the next morning, and he said to me, "Runk, you're hiding something." I said, "Surely not muffins and some silverware under my hat. That would be wrong." He said, "What?" I said, "Nothing."
I feel like I'm watching tennis here.
But then he said, if I were to cook up something of my own, a criminal organization, for example, perhaps you could be a key ingredient? And I said, I don't understand you, I'm French. He said, sure you are, Franck, sure you are. Keep those knives sharp. It was very strange.
All right, thank you. Please join the others outside. I don't feel like it's long before things bubble over.